Alright, what is going on, guys? It is Triple Forte Matt here, and today I am back with some more Outlast gameplay, but this time it is the original base game's insane mode run, which is the hardest difficulty, and there are no checkpoints, so basically if you die you have to start the whole game over. So yeah, I'm gonna give you a let's play of this, or basically a walkthrough, more so. Towards the beginning of the game here, I'm just adjusting my volume. So basically, the big thing with insane mode is that, well, it is maximum difficulty like I said before, and you do only get one life, but the major thing is that you make more noise. So basically, like, the enemies are able to hear you from like miles away, rather than in the regular Let's Play when, you know, you can just sprint right by them and they won't hear you. So we're gonna have to be really careful. You're gonna have to be really careful when you play this. And you'll know the parts where you can potentially die. You know, I'll introduce those parts and give a strategy for it. This is just the basic tutorial part. Nothing really can kill you here. If it was, that would kind of suck. Just walking up to the asylum. Also gonna notice that I grabbed a lot of batteries. Well, to me it wasn't a lot, but to me it wasn't a lot of batteries, but to you guys it might be a lot. But I don't really think I grab a lot of batteries throughout the gameplay. But I do try to replenish as many as I can, so that I can have as much light that I feel that I might need for the next part or during certain parts in the game, because some of these parts are just extremely dark. Like the courtyard, you cannot go throughout that whole thing without using your light, and the female ward, you need your light completely through.
Little pig.
And who are you, then? I see. Merciful God, you have sent me an apostle. Guard your life, son. You have a calling.
so I do recommend that, you know, before you guys actually attempt an insane mode run for this game, that you play on Nightmare, because Nightmare is basically the same as insane mode, but you get those extra lives. I basically use it for practice. Alright, so here's when I'm gonna discuss the first part that you can potentially die from. You're gonna come to this room and you're gonna start typing on the computer. I believe that's Father Martin that's turning off the electricity. So basically, once he turns back on the electricity, you're gonna get the new objective to restart the generator in the basement, and you have to hide in a locker because Chris Walker is coming. So what we do here is we're just gonna let him smash down the door, and we're basically just gonna let him come in, and we're gonna let him go off to the left there. I got sort of kind of lucky here because he came out of that corner right as I left the locker. But once he goes to the left, run out of that locker and dip down to the basement. This is actually going to be our next scenario, and you basically have to turn on these gas pumps to restart the generator for power in the asylum again. And as you're restarting the generator, you're gonna hear the guy pounding on the door. So basically this is what I do, and then I go to the I go to the right one first, and then I go to the left one. And I had to sort of make a detour here because I didn't expect the guy to jump onto the thing, but we are gonna do this. I ran in, closed the door. Also, this is another time where you're gonna bolt out of the room as soon as they open up the locker that's next to you. So you can see him pathing through, and once he opens up that locker, I bolt out. Hit the button, and we're just gonna go back where we came from.
Will you see it? Can you? Our Lord, the Wall Rider, tearing his truth into the unbelievers. The only way out of this place is the truth. Accept the gospel, and all doors will open before you.
Alright, so coming up shortly, we're gonna run up these spiral staircase, and we're gonna have to go down the drain. Alright, so we're gonna open up this blue door back here, and they see, well, you can see right here it says closing doors behind you will slow down your pursuers. So we already know that someone's gonna be here trying to chase us. So we're gonna run back here, open up the security door, wait for him to spot us, turn around, and I'm gonna explain to you guys what you should probably do, you know, when you get back here. So run back here, and what I do is I close the door, and I got kind of lucky here because most times he will chase you back into this room. So basically, if he does chase you back into that room, if you do think he's going to chase you back into that room, close the blue door and hide in that locker back there. But once you hear the clinging of the door, he's not going to mess with you anymore. He's going to be gone. So run back, hit the button, and now we can just run right by him. We can take one hit from him, but fortunately I didn't take any damage from that guy. You'll notice that the smaller enemies in this game you can take 2 hits from, and the big enemies like Chris Walker and Dr. Trager you can only take 1 hit from. So I'd avoid making contact with Chris or Trager at all. Also the naked brothers, they can take you out in 1 hit by stabbing you in your body. So avoid those guys as well. So we just picked up the key card for this next door that we're going to go in, and basically you're gonna leave through the window that has the little scarf thing, I guess, over it, and you're gonna just scale the building and climb right on back in. You don't want to, if you actually leave through the first window, then you're going to want to avoid the scarf window, because the naked brother will already be there and he will stab you, kill you, and you'll have to start all over from the beginning. This part right here is pretty self-explanatory, so it's just Chris Walker chasing you, but you'll be quick enough to dodge this one if you do exactly what I do. Alright, so this is the part where we fall onto the bloody bodies, basically, and Chris Walker is actually going to be pathing this area. He's going to jump from that window and basically I'll show you guys what I do. So you're going to stand on this right here, and then I usually just wait for him to spot me, and then like at the bottom of the stairs I make a circle around the stairs and I just book it. All the way over here. Squeeze through that and you will be safe. Right here, you're probably gonna see a few fails. I think I'm actually gonna edit this part of the video out, so you guys don't have to go through and watch this, but I was having a hard time finding the sweet spot for making this jump. Alright, so we finally made it over, and run up these stairs. Just run right past. There was a guy in that middle cell. He will kill you if he finds you, so yeah. Here you can see I'm going in the dark, but I know the layout of Outlast so much that I didn't really need my light for that part. So my major tip for insane mode is, just learn the whole layout of the game, and know the ways that the enemies can path. Know the different advantages that you have over the enemies to make the time shorter. And I don't mean that by glitches. So now we're in the sewer, and you're gonna see that I made a right, just just running right on through. He won't actually see you if you make a right. So we can easily turn the first valve. So now we're gonna come out, and you see, I see Chris Walker here, and he's actually acting a little bit slow this time around. So I was expecting him to jump over, but he didn't. He's just looking, and now he's walking away. So now I'm trying to make more noise to attract his attention, but that doesn't work either. Still walking away. Wow. So I myself actually had to... See, he still doesn't see me. So I'm just waiting on him to path a little farther, and I'm gonna jump over, and then jump over again. He finally spots me. I'm gonna run in here, close this door, and instead of hiding in the locker, we're gonna hide in this little corner right here. So I'm gonna say that I got a little bit lucky here, because he did come pretty close. Closer than I expected. But he did manage to turn around there, so that took a lot of pressure off. Just gonna book it out of here and make our way to the next valve. Alright, so now we have to use the ladder to get to the lower part of the sewers. And basically what you're gonna see here is that I managed to make enough noise for Chris Walker to walk the other way in this pipe. Now, don't get too close when you're trying to do this, because if you do get too close, then he will turn around and grab you and kill you. So you see I'm sort of pathing my way out of here slowly. He turns around, and I dash to the ladder. Alright, so now we're in the sewers and we're coming in contact again with Chris Walker. But basically, if you move to the right, don't run in the water, just move to the right slowly and carefully with your light on so you can see where it's going. You can basically adjust to how the situation works out here, because if he spots you, you can just hold down, I believe it's L, and he won't notice you, but he didn't notice me this time. So, but he will notice you as you go up the stairs, so jump, hit the ladder. Next part, hands got a little bit sweaty, so I had to pause for a second. This guy is dashing at you, so basically you are trying to use these little hallways to dodge him. I did sort of kind of get lucky because, you know, my frames while I was recording, they dropped down to like 3 frames per second, and I couldn't actually see where he was, so luckily I didn't get hit. These places where you can die are coming up really fast, because I'm moving really fast throughout the game. Already almost 30 minutes in. So now you're gonna come in contact with all these, well, it's a group of 3 or 4 guys, and they're trying to, well, basically they're gonna chase you. This becomes the chase. The action-packed, quickest part of the game. So basically you're gonna push that, run through the door, and I pushed the second one for security because I didn't want to die. I was playing it extremely safe. So coming up to the big jump right here, I recommend that you just look down a little bit so you don't actually run off the platform. I've died there several times. And when you come to this last door, I recommend that you always close this so that you're not taking any chances with getting 2 hits. You can safely press the Y button or the square button, whatever your action button is.
You made the right choice here, buddy.
This is a pretty long cutscene, so I'm just gonna let this one run through, and I'll be back with you guys after.
As a witness or whatever, you must be exhausted. Let's take a break, huh, buddy? The old 2 martini lunch? Have a little confab. Happier than you look. A little cardio wouldn't kill you. Okay, here we go. Arms and legs inside the car at all times. You know, I love the mountain air up here at night. You want to head out and take a stroll? Go ahead, I'll wait here. Go on, run free. I'm in no hurry. No? All right. Nose to the grindstone, I like that. Okay then, right this way. You're putting that tongue to any use anyway. Truth be told, I was just tired of licking downstairs. Here we are then. Thanks so much for coming by. We'll begin your consultation in a moment. We'll just need a second to wash up and, movies. And it'll give us a chance to talk. You know, I'm a bit worried how much time you've been spending with Father Martin. I hope you haven't been letting him confuse you with all this holier-than-thou Bible thumping. No offense to the man, but I sometimes worry he might just be a little bit lazy. It's understandable when people get scared. They're as like to turn to God as anything else. And God died with the gold standard. We're on to a more concrete thing now. You have to rob Paul to pay Peter. There's no other way. Murder is the simplest one, but what happens when all money's gone? Well, money becomes a matter of faith. And that's what I'm here for. To make you believe. You paying attention? Don't pass that on me. There's so much for you to absorb. There. Better, right? You understand why we cheat here? We made the consumer into the means of production. This thing is gonna sell itself.
Alright guys, I am back and we just got our fingers cut off. Not all of them, just a couple of them. I think getting even a couple of your fingers cut off is still disgusting, but you know, it's Outlast. What can you expect?
I'm not a patient. I'm an executive, just like him. Like Savior. He wasn't cheating. He's still alive. Filled with Wernicke's nightmares. He worked so well. They couldn't control it. And you can't control it. Nobody. He'll find you. He'll kill you. He's coming now. Dragon!
Basically, you're gonna hide under the bed next to the door, let him path in, and you're gonna run right out. and dash straight for that vent or air duct, whatever it is. You're going to fall and push this. This is keyly important. If you don't push this, this sort of screws up the strategy. I forgot to open up that door, but also you want to open up the door,
What are you trying to do?
the steel metal door, and close the blue door.
Well,
So what I'm gonna do is let Dragger follow me into this room, and I'm already ready to run. You guys don't notice, I'm already have myself faced toward the hallway. Run around, parkour right over his bed, and close the door. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the bed that we see, or yeah, the bed that we see, and we're gonna just crouch in that corner next to it. He's gonna run and not see us. Then you let him path off again, and we're gonna move towards the thing that needs to get pushed, and push it out of the way. It does get kind of close, I think. I got a little bit scared during that one. That certain part. Jump up the air duct. I'm gonna grab the key, and I couldn't figure out where to hide here, but I used PS4 trophy strategy, and basically he hides in the corner like I do, lets the enemy path in, and he walks right out. See, that became a help. That became a help. Now we pushed the thing, and we were able to easily go on our day and continue our life. Doesn't look like it ended that good for him. Doesn't look like it ended great at all, actually. Alright, so we're gonna jump up that elevator vent, whatever it is. Run down this set of stairs. Squeeze through this. There's gonna be a door that you can open up. And yeah, we're getting ready to go towards the cafeteria. This is actually going to be another spot that you can die. Well, not the cafeteria itself, but what comes after the cafeteria. This part is pretty easy. All you have to do is find the little things you have to climb over and avoid the fire.
Murkoff took so much from us. Used us. Turned us into these things because nobody cares about a few forgotten lunatics. So let it burn.
Alright, so here's where we get on to the next potential death that you can possibly have. We need to turn on the sprinklers by hitting 2 valves, and Chris Walker is patrolling this area. So we're gonna avoid him completely by running to the right and through here to get to the first valve. So we're just gonna sort of kind of let him see us. Run in, close the door. And let him circle around the tub. The small tub. And run right over to the next valve. I should probably just say the second valve. Alright, so what I'm gonna do here is key. You need to pay attention. Alright, so we're gonna let him spot us. Keep running. Run through the middle. Then he gets confused and he stops following us. So that probably takes away about 5 minutes of cat and mouse with Chris Walker. So now we're getting ready to go out into the courtyard, and if you saw back there, there was an elevator, and that always has 2 batteries back there. So if you don't have any batteries left, I definitely recommend that you go back there and replenish, because you're going to need your light for this chapter. Basically, we grab the key to the shed, in the shed on the left, and then we go to the right, open up the other shed. The ghost, he can give you 1 hit, but he won't actually kill you. I'm moving so fast throughout this game, you know, talking with it is kind of actually a little bit challenging, because I have to stay in pace with my action. Picking up a battery, another battery that I found over here. That battery is always going to be there. Parts like this, you don't really have to use your light, but I just like to see what I'm doing and where I'm going. Yeah, I don't remember this part being so quick. Okay, so this part is important. We're going to reload on our batteries if you need to, because that's definitely necessary. Chris Walker is patrolling in this area yet again. Probably like copies of him in the asylum, but anyways, that's not important. What is important is that you follow what I'm doing here. So I go behind this white little platform right here. I don't know what you call it. And we're going to let Chris Walker spot us. Run immediately. Run across the bridge, and you're gonna spam your A button, your mantling button, so that you can make this. That is the easiest way I know to you know, finish that part of the courtyard. It is pretty difficult, although it looked very easy. Alright, so now we're coming in contact with Chris Walker here again. And you're basically gonna have to turn around, make a circle around gazebo. This is also one of PS4 trophy strategy. Yeah. So that's another easy way to beat that part. There is a battery behind the bloody water if you guys need one. But you're also going to need your light for this chapter as well. Alright, so we're just running through. Just have to make a small jump right here. Luckily I don't fail at this part. So you're gonna run through, hop over this, and now we have to find 3 fuses. I'm not actually sure what we have to find the fuses for, I forgot, but I know we have to just find 3 fuses and then we have to get a key. So the first fuse, I always go to the back room. There's gonna be a quick roamer in here that's gonna come. So I hide under the bed. And you know, a big thing about this is being patient. Just because you don't see an enemy when you usually would if you played on nightmare mode doesn't give you the right to come out of your hiding spot, because permadeath is on the line here. So you want to be very careful. Just wait it out if you have to. Look at that, he didn't even notice us. Alright, so now we're gonna go and get the last fuse. Now, actually, him not noticing us actually helps us, because we can just book it to all the other fuses. And now this is where it gets a little bit tricky. And I sort of kind of go panic mode right here. So I'm spotting this guy, and he is just not attracted to the sound at all. I mean, no matter what I do. Alright, now he spots us. We are on our toes. Running back. We don't actually have to close the door, but I closed it for my own security. I panicked here and I reloaded the battery that I just picked up. So that was a waste of a battery, but so don't panic like me if you don't want to waste batteries. Anyways, I did get kind of lucky there, because I tried to get him to circle around the desk, and I thought he actually had, but luckily I didn't take that hit. Basically, we're gonna come back to where we originally were and insert all the fuses. hit the button and just dip on out of there. We don't need to wait on the key to drop, just go. Alright, so now we picked up the key to the 3rd floor, I believe, and basically we're just gonna have to make this jump. I don't really have a tip for making that jump. Just all I can say is just make the jump, because if you don't make that jump, it's gonna be a lot harder than it was for me. Actually really fortunate here that I don't fail, because last time when I was playing this in the Let's Play, if you guys have seen that already, I was failing at this jump like crazy. At all of these jumps, actually. Well, luckily I find the sweet spot and I'm able to make the jump. Saves on time, and it's less for you guys to watch me fail at. So now we fall, and we're going to run back, parkour up the little cot, I guess. Run through this door. Okay, so the next potential thing that can kill you here is the naked brothers. So, you know, some people have the strategy that they just run right past them, but I find that a little bit risky. So, I just go back in, I hide in the corner, because they won't actually turn around and find you there. So I found that strategy to work very well. Then we can continue on with our day and lives. Run right across. Jump. Alright, 53 minutes into the gameplay. So we are getting close, guys. We're getting close. For you guys that play on PS4, this strategy will definitely work as well. Nothing changes with the game, so. This is just for you PC players as well, too. Making it a little bit easier. So now we have to go get our camcorder, so we can see in the dark. I think this was just a way of Red Barrel sort of making us do extra work, though, because they put a hole that you have to jump over. So basically, if you try to venture out, they won't allow you to venture out without having a camcorder. But if they did allow you to venture out, then you would probably fall and die because you wouldn't notice that. So everything's so scripted very well with this game, you know. I love that. So we're gonna pick up our camcorder, and unfortunately it is cracked. See that big old crack on the left side? Anyways, this is just remembering the path that we came. We're just gonna backtrack and jump up the lockers. I remember, like, what, the first or second time I actually played this game, I couldn't remember what the heck I had to do. When I finally got that I had to jump up the lockers, I was like, oh. There's another battery there. I think we pick it up. Yeah, we pick it up. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is just hop up there, climb over this, jump over this hole that I was talking about earlier. And for you guys that saw my Let's Play, I attempted to run right over this, but I died, so I said that I was going to be safer, which I managed to be safer. You see, I'm looking very carefully. I don't want to dive this far into the game. Sort of kind of scared to make any sort of jump. So, here we are.
Only one way out. Only one way. How do you know you're not a patient?
Alright, so this is our next Chris Walker part. And, you know, I found this strategy to be really well executed by me. And just for it to be a great strategy overall. You're running down this narrow corridor. You're going to see a door that's cracked. So basically, you're going to run to the right of the hallway. Run in and close that door. You have to be really quick about that, because if you're not, he will spot you. And that'll just make the whole thing a lot harder since you're in a narrow corridor with really no places to hide. Now we are making our way from the... Well, we're making our way to the theater. I find this part to be actually easy. Nothing really hard about this location, so... You'll know when you can potentially die. I'll tell you guys, but the theater is mostly just the developers using the atmosphere to, you know, scare us. See, that got me right there. I didn't expect that. That gets me almost every time, though. That gets me almost every single time. So now we're gonna jump over, grab the key to the 3rd floor, and this is where you can die if you're not careful. So one of the naked brothers are gonna start banging on the door. I recommend you just go into this room, hide in the locker. And he's not actually gonna come in that room, but I hide in the locker so he doesn't see me at all. Now you can just path. Well, now you can just run on out, and he won't do anything to you right there. So just use the key, get to the 3rd floor. I got a little lost there. So you guys can leave down below if you guys want me to do like a glitch speedrun of this. I'd never planned on actually doing that because, you know, I didn't want to actually like ruin the game for you guys. But you know, if you guys want me to do it, that'll be something I can think about doing.
Am I ready?
So you're gonna grab the key
We will
to the elevator now.
My Job, you alone shall escape the Talva. This is your penultimate act of witness. The promise of the prophets was always freedom from death. And here it is. You will watch and record my death, my resurrection. And together we will be free. You are no longer in any danger. I fixed the elevator. It will take you to freedom. We will all of us be free. Now, my son.
So this guy basically just crucifies himself. I don't understand why he did that, but he did it. Anyways, we're gonna move on. This is the next potential death spot before we get to the elevator. And basically you're gonna drop down from this vent and Chris Walker is gonna come running down this hallway. So I like to run down to the back of the two doors. It's the very end of the hallway. And the last two doors, I let Chris Walker find me, and I close that door. So what that's gonna do, it's gonna allow him to bash in through there, and I run out through the other door. And yeah, now we're just gonna make our way to the other end of the hallway that he was on. Close that door and hop up this vent. It's always the soda machine vent. That's how I remember that. Now we're finally here at the elevator. So we're getting really close. We're getting really, really, really close now to the end of the game. Alright, so now we're making it back to the end of this hallway. You can just follow what I do to get this far. And once you hear the siren go off, just run back. That just signifies that the wall rider is coming. And guess who's gonna be at the end of the door? Our little friend, well, our big friend, Chris Walker. that is the end of him. So we don't have to worry about Chris Walker now. Alright, so now we are going to kill Billy by turning off his life support. And basically what you can do here, what I found is that, well, what I figured out that you can do is that you can just keep running even when he starts to come right in front of your face. I had to pause there. My hands were getting a little bit sweaty. The major thing for this chapter, your light isn't really necessary, except for the very last part, so you don't get caught on anything. But the major thing is that you just keep holding down that sprint button. And this is where knowing the map really helps. We're gonna go up here, turn this valve. Although it says do not turn the valve, we're gonna turn it anyways. And what I found is that you can just parkour right over the rail. That saves a little bit of time. And we're still holding down the sprint button, making our way to the flashing light. There are no doors that you can close in this chapter, so although there are several doors, the wall rider is a ghost. He can just go right past him. My hands got a little bit sweaty here, so I'm trying. You notice that throughout the chapter I'm trying to maintain composure because I'm getting so close to the trophy, and if anything happens here, it's basically I would have to start all over. And I didn't actually want that to happen, so I was preparing for this jump. And fortunately, we made it. Oh, that just put a smile on my face when we made that. Anyways, turn on your light so you don't get stuck here. That has happened to me before. You get stuck, and that is the game. That's it right there. Alright, so now we only have to do one more thing. And that is turning off those life support. You don't actually have to worry about making the jump this time, so it's a lot less pressure. You can just literally, you can just not jump at all and Billy will still grab you. So now we're making it back. I don't know how we can still run after this fall, but somehow we are able to. Anyways, so we don't have to go down the stairs. I save time by just parkouring over the whole thing. And now we hit the button. That is basically it. Hope you guys enjoy this cutscene. Alrighty, we are almost there. Now our new objective is to just get out of this place. So save time on the slow animations, I just parkour over that. It's gonna be a slow crawl. And you know, if you were one of the people on your first Let's playthrough of this game where you got lost or you didn't go in the right direction, this crawl took forever. So congratulations on the trophy if you've made it this far. There is literally nothing else that you can die from. Well, that would be lying if I said that. I'll just let you guys enjoy the last cutscene and see what we get here. But there's nothing else that can really kill you or affect you getting this trophy, I should say.
Himmel. You have become the host.
Jesus God, what is that thing?
So, yeah, like I said, you know, congratulations on getting the trophy. You've come this far. Thank you for listening in on this video. Remember to subscribe to the channel for more content. Like, favorite, and share this video with your friends. That is much appreciated. So I'll see you soon with more content. Until the next video, Triple Forte Matt is out.